I think the past 12 years that I've worked as a lawyer, everything that I've done has always been at the side of criminal defense. I have never had the benefit of asking any court to deny anybody bail. So I have always been a strong advocate for bail. And I do so with everything that I can marshal. And all the people that I've defended so far, I've always pleaded for bail. What is also not in doubt, and by which our learning, is that bail is solely at the discretion of the trial judge. And that in evaluating whether bail conditions or the nature of bail conditions, judges are minded to look at the nature of the offense, the nature of the punishment if the person is convicted, among others. And even more importantly, to check whether the person involved is flight risk.
Right.
All those are matters that a judge is permitted by law to examine and come into a conclusion. And judges, per their training and the skill set they have, are permitted, right, to exercise their discretion. More importantly, the avenue is provided for them, even when we disagree with the nature of bail conditions, to move further. I'm shocked and baffled a bit about the recent claim of weaponization of bail conditions. I find it a bit curious. My senior here talking, and I listened to him whilst here. The NDC MP, can he tell me the charge against him whilst here? What charge had been preferred against him in court? If you do not have the benefit of the charge, what the punishment for that offense is, the risk of him running away, that's a sitting member of parliament. That parliamentary thing is enough to even put him on self-recognizance. And the history is there of previous MPs who have gone through criminal prosecution and have been admitted to self-recognizance. That's a fact. 2, what exactly is the offense of the MP? So to try to link, and I can understand him. I mean, if I were to be in your shoes and I've had the benefit of defending a client, because you see, if you look at the Minerals and Mining Act as amended, the punishment for engaging in illegal mining activities, specifically the nature that his client is alleged to have, engaged in, the punishment is beyond 15 years. That's quite serious. And if you look at the drafting of the Minerals and Mining Act and the punishment thereunder, it is almost strict liability offense. Ask him. It is almost strict liability offense. And when I say it's like strict liability offense, the nature of the offenses under the Act is said that if they say you need license and you don't have it, no explanation. It doesn't lie in your mouth to say, like borderline. It is simply binary. It is either 0 or 1. That is the nature of accusation his client is facing. That is quite serious. I would not wish my client to be charged under the Minerals and Mining Act, because in 2019, the Act was amended to enhance the punishment. And that 2019 amendment of the Act, which enhanced the punishment, took the punishment at that time from 5 years to 15 years. Yes. And so by reason solely, even of that offense, every judge will be cautious in looking at the bill. And again, if you look at the offenses of, like I pointed out, it's almost strict liability. And that makes it extremely dangerous offenses under the Minerals and Mining Act. In the specific case of the NDC MP, do you know that as at the time he was taken to court, even his statement had not been taken? So any judge who has before him an accused person whose basic Miranda rights have not even been done, you expect that judge to impose the same bail conditions as woon to me. That has never been the law. Regrettably, that has never been the law. And so please, if we have the benefit of public education, may we not, respectfully, provide a narrative that creates an impression that there had been something selective. Why? In terms of bail, I represent a very prominent Ghanaian in this country. Very, very prominent. At the risk of mentioning his name. Governor, deputy governor, became whatever. He was charged with criminal offenses. I represented him in court with my boss then. The court imposed a bail of 100 million Ghana cedis on him in this country. When you were in government, hold on, calm down.
I'm a private,
the MPP.
Yes.
By that time, he was even the deputy minister.
Yes, but
no, wait. I am saying that these were matters that you were privy to. When the judge imposed this 100 million Ghana cedis bail, I remember vividly. In court that morning, Madam Gloria Kufu, if I was in the afternoon, Madam Gloria Kufu was there, myself, my senior. We made a bail application. When we saw the 100 million, I said, oh, senior, this one is as good as a refusal. Mm-hmm. Like we lawyers say, it's as good as a refusal because it ought to have been justified.
You cannot execute it.
So I remember right there in court, we were on our feet, praying the judge. We told him that, oh, my lord, the ink in your pen has not dried out yet. So kindly consider the 100 million. Then the judge said, okay. And we made all the prayers that this is a very respected Ghanaian, fixed place of abode. Look at his age. He's not flight risk. He has dutifully served this republic in different capacities. Kindly admit him even to serve recognizance. The judge said no. Admitted him to bail the sum of 100 million Ghana cedis. Upon further prayers, then the judge said, okay, I'll review it to 65 million Ghana cedis. Right here. It was under the MPP. So, it was when Anado was president. No, I'm coming, hold on. Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Please, I'm coming, senior, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Land on that.
I'm coming. So I will. I'm just coming there. I'll conclude.
The subject of the issue.
I remember, even when he brought it to 65 million Ghana cedis, we prayed that, oh, my Lord, do something about it. We ended up at 65 million. He said, look, we have the right to appeal his decision if we are not comfortable with the 65 million Ghana cedis. That's how we ended it.
I see.
And we quickly had to look for persons who can stand surety. I left that day, the court premise, 8 p.m. with my clients.
You see, in all of this.
So I am just saying that, you see, let not the impression be created today that somebody is weaponizing bail. No.
Specific reference to
I wish at a personal level that depending on who the person is, and if you can admit the person to self-recognizance, why not? What is important is to ensure the person's attendance to court,
That is
to
most
face
important.
the charges preferred against. I've had
To face the
clients
law.
who were given self-recognizance. I represented 2 MPs before. When the judge realized that they were MPs, he said, look, I will admit you to self-recognizance bail. Deposit your passport. And I recall vividly, my client was a member of the Pan-African Parliament. Anytime he needed to travel abroad, I had to go to the court with an application. The state will come and say whether they are opposed to the release of the passport or not.